It's a cool, rainy morning, November 30th, 2025. Like most people this weekend, I'm still recovering from Thanksgiving, but there's a tradition that has to be kept this time of year. So, this morning, my dad and I are loaded up and heading to downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville is home to the University of Tennessee, Vol country. But more importantly for us, it's home to the Three Rivers Rambler. And today, we're chasing one of their most magical seasonal trains, the Christmas Lantern Express. This excursion runs east along the Knoxville and Holston River Railroad, right through the heart of downtown. We'll be stopping at several spots to capture both video and photos of this classic winter run. Today's star of the show is Steam Locomotive 203, a 280 consolidation type locomotive, affectionately known as Lindy. And this run is special because Lindy is making her return to the rails after a lengthy inspection and restoration. This locomotive has an incredible history. Unlike most steam engines of its era, Lindy was never owned by a big railroad. Instead, she spent her entire working life on short lines, a rare but impressive story. She was built in 1925 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works and purchased by the Washington and Lincoln Railroad in Georgia, a name the locomotive still proudly carries on the side of her tender. When that railroad ceased operations in 1933, 203 was sold and moved to South Carolina to work in a quarry, but the job turned out to be too much for her, and she was soon placed into storage. Over the decades, Lindy bounced between a couple more short lines, eventually arriving at the Gulf and Ohio Railway in 1995. That's where her restoration for passenger excursions truly began. 203 operated until 2015, when she was taken out of service for the federally required 1,472-day inspection. And now, thanks to countless hours of hard work from specialists and volunteers, she's finally back. Seeing Lindy return to Steam today is an amazing moment, and we're excited to watch her take over as the lead engine for the Ramblers excursions for years to come. As the final passengers were boarding, I hurried ahead to set up my first shot of the day. About a half mile down the line, the track curves east, the perfect spot to catch the Christmas Lantern Express as it begins its run. the steam engine makes a brief stop. This is where the diesel locomotive running behind it takes over as lead locomotive. This move is needed in order to keep operations smooth for a return trip, as there's no good way of turning the locomotive around and getting it to the opposite end of the train. Once the crews have made the needed adjustments, the journey back to the depot begins. Thank you for watching as we chase the Three Rivers Rambler on opening weekend of the 2025 season. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing for more Railfan action, locomotive features, excursions, and much, much more. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next time.